Dear viewers, welcome back to RMSI webinar series Lead Kindly. Our goal through these webinars is to spotlight community leaders who have worked to make our communities better and energize our viewers to volunteer more. Our distinguished guest today is Lorna Harris Fox. Ms. Lorna is a co-chair of the Black Organization for Leadership and Development, BOLD, resource group at Bank of the West. Lorna is an audit and financial compliance professional working in the financial industry. Through BOLD, she fosters financial literacy and professional leadership skills in the African American community. She organizes credit monitoring, credit management, and home buying workshops that have helped to educate Black community and prepare them for running future businesses and buying homes. She has been an excellent partner with RMSA in identifying nonprofits that can benefit with our volunteering contributions. Welcome, Lorna.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure to have you here. Can you please provide a brief introduction about yourself and your involvement with BOLD?
Thank you. Again, I am an employee of Bank of the West, and within the bank, we have resource groups, various resource groups. The resource groups sort of identify niche communities within the organization and assist with cultural awareness and for those organizations. BOLD, the Black Organization for Leadership and Development, our mission is to advance the Black employees within the bank, to help to bring more employees into the bank, to assist with wherever we can, developing employees for advancement in positions, career paths, and also developing their skill sets. Also, BOLD, we want to assist our membership with becoming financially literate. And so therefore we put on credit money management workshops, which teaches the employees also about finances, about saving your money, about building your credit. Just because you work for a bank, it doesn't mean you really know and understand all of those things. So we want to make sure that we educate our employees on that. But then we also, for the community, we do the same thing. We teach financial literacy in schools, elementary, junior high, and high school. And we also try to reach out to the parents of those individuals and teach them. And then we also do home buyers workshops for the employees, because everyone does not know all of the steps and the requirements in buying a home and what you need to do to prepare yourself to buy a home. So we do that for our BOLD members. And then we also do that in the community. We reach out to with our community partners. Usually we'll have the connections with the schools. And so we'll try to reach out to the parents of the schools that we are working with and do the home buyers workshops there.
Awesome. This is an excellent example of someone taking their skill set and trying to apply it to the community, apply it to the people surrounding us, and trying to see how others can benefit with what we know. So thanks for doing that. Can you walk us specifically through the motivation and the purpose you see with BOLD as it is today?
The motivation with BOLD is just actually to help uplift the community. We see a need where, from a grassroots level, where our community needs the Black community needs financial assistance, needs the knowledge is what is lacking a lot of times, just the knowledge. And so, and a lot of times you don't know where to get that knowledge from. You don't know how to, and you don't even know that you're lacking the knowledge, you know, in some instances. So we're able to provide that and to provide it free to the communities that we reach out to. There is no cost to it. It is something that we volunteer to do because we have the opportunity and we have the means and resources in which to do that. So it's the motivation is just to uplift really the community.
Awesome. Yeah, financial literacy is not so well taught in schools,
No.
right? It's basically personal motivation to go and learn about these things. Can you tell our viewers why is financial literacy very important to them?
For the Black community, well, financial literacy is important to everyone. Okay.
Yes.
But we know that there is a wealth gap with the Black community. And so you may think that, oh, I don't know what people would think. But when you do some research on history, a lot of wealth was taken and stolen from Blacks. And by not having the education on how to build the wealth, now, the Black community is stuck in that lower level, and it's hard to gain some wealth in the community. So that's one of the reasons and the motivations, again, for teaching the financial literacy, is so that the Black community can start gaining some wealth. And wealth is something that you can pass on generation to generation.
Totally. Yeah. Uh, can you speak to some of the specific initiatives that board has been involved with in the last 1 year or so?
Yes, we do a lot of things. Actually, in addition to, and I'll start there with the financial literacy and home buyers workshops. We do some what we call read alouds in schools, where we just go and read to the children. And we've just finished one with a school in San Francisco, Hillcrest Elementary School, for Black History Month, where a lot of our members uh, signed up and joined up with classes and just read books about Black individuals or some Black history to the students, so that they would know more about Black history. So a lot of our initiative is to share the culture, the Black culture, make everyone more aware. And a lot of times it even helps to make Black people aware of different things of the culture, because you don't get this type of education in the schools. And so, not to the degree, usually in the schools, it's a surface level and just on a couple of people. So we try to give more deeper understanding and education on the Black culture. And then also it's the financial literacy, again, and the home buyers workshop, really stressing that, because that's what's going to be important to bring everyone up, in a standing in society.
This is something amazing. You're trying to actually educate the kids to be financially literate rather than, I mean, if somebody would ask me, I would say I would just be focusing on adults, right? But you seem to actually take it a step further, and you're trying to educate kids specifically. What is your motivation behind that?
The
Yeah, I can see the
motivation,
passion,
yeah,
please.
behind that is because we know that you need to know these things as a child, so that you don't make mistakes when you become a young adult. Many young adults will grow up, and then they're offered all of these credit cards, and they're so excited because they have credit cards and they raise them up, and then they don't know that you're going to have to pay for that. And they may think, well, I'm not going to pay for it, I'm just going to leave it to the side and they'll forget about me. No, they won't forget about you. And so now they're messing themselves up, so to speak, for the future when they're late 20s and 30s and want to do something with their lives. So we want to educate them about how important it is now, one, to save, but we also educate them on credit, and then the things that you can do with your credit and how important it is.
Excellent. So February being Black History Month, what are the key contributions that we can do for the enrichment of the Black communities from your perspective?
Oh, thank you for that question. Um, because the Black community, as much as we support each other, needs the support of others. And so if you could just do some research on finding a Black owned business and supporting that business by shopping there maybe once a week, that in itself would make such a difference, to have some influx of capital, and money going into the business. So something that you could do as regards to Black History Week, and now we're thinking Black History 365, right? Just to educate yourselves continually. Then it helps to understand, right, the plight, or where Black people, where we've come from, where we're going, and how we intertwine in the communities, and our struggles are all the same. But a lot of times the I want to say the oppression, right, has been focused on the Black community. But what you can do easily is educate yourself and on different issues, and also find a Black-owned business and support that business.
Makes perfect sense. I mean, small thing. There's such a small ask and something that all of us can do, and I hope more and more people will do this.
Yes.
After George Floyd, our community is more aware of the challenges Black communities face today. Now, how do we sustain this inclusive path forward and grow on this?
Um, After George Floyd, I just saw an awakening in the country and in the world about people paying attention to the issues of Black people. And once we understand that when we pay attention to those issues, where those issues are, or solving those issues, are going to affect others, right, within the community and within the world, within the US, wherever. So what we can do again is to understand the issues, understand the causes of the issues, the history behind the issues, and get involved. Actually, like Aram Sai, this is just so appreciative that you're taking the initiative to understand the Black issues and then to educate. And I think most important is to educate and be educated and be open, to understand and know what's going on, and speak up when you see something that is wrong. We need more people to actually speak up and do something. And speaking up can be as minor as if um, in your neighborhood, right, at work. You don't have to make a national statement, but your statement makes a difference wherever you make that statement.
Yeah, I feel it's also personal. I think the more we talk about this, the more the idea grows inside us,
Mhm.
and we all, I know we all want to do the right thing, and we all want to be part of this movement. But the more we talk about it, we get a bigger perspective of the problem, and it becomes part of us. And this is what we will be, and this is what we'll transfer to our kids. So
Yes, that's very important. This is what we're going to transfer to our children, and we want them to see an inclusive world, you know.
absolutely. Our viewers are eager to participate in this movement actively. So I know you had this opportunity being part of a bank with your skill set. You started applying it to your workspace and trying to promote financial literacy. What can they specifically do in their workplace to make their workplace more diverse and more equitable?
Many companies have resource groups. And I would say if your company has a resource group, just like we have ones for Asian Pacific, we have the Black one, we have Hispanic ones. So if your company has a resource group, then become a member of that resource group and help with their goals and initiatives. If they don't have a resource group, I definitely recommend that you contact your HR department and ask them to start, if you can start a resource group. Let them know that that is something that you want to do, because it's a place where employees that are the same can come together, and with that commonality. It's also a place where we share cultural awareness, the Black cultural awareness right within the bank, so that more people would know about it. And we get opportunities to share it in the community also. So I would definitely recommend that you get involved with your resource groups. And if your company doesn't have one, that you ask that they get something started.
Yeah, this is great actually. I mean, in some of the conversations that I've had with graduates outside this organization, I want to emphasize that when the minority communities they go into into a specific company, the first thing they look for is these sort of groups where they know, okay, there are people like me, there are people who understand me, and I
Yes.
can reach out to them for advice, right? That by itself, it gives them the confidence to prosper
Yes.
in their work. And this is something very subtle, just being part of a group, but I'm sure I think it actually gives huge dividends.
It gives
So
you confidence, strength, someone that you know, or a group that you know that you can go to, as you said, if you have questions and want to know, just someone that you feel comfortable, talking with.
this is an excellent point. Thanks for sharing that. So for viewers who want to organize or participate in a financial literacy workshops that Lorna organizes, please feel free to reach out to us at community@rmsa.org, and we would help you touch base with Lorna. Hopefully, I hope uh, this was useful for you and this is energizing our community to do more volunteering activities. um, I want to thank Lorna for your time. Getting to know you and the work that you do through Bolt has been very informative for me and hopefully the viewers as well. You've been very, very kind to us. It's a pleasure interviewing you. Thanks for
It
your
was,
time.
it was definitely my pleasure. And I really appreciate the relationship with Earnside. Thank you so much.
Thank you.